Welcome to the second video in our video series about digital cameras. After we dipped our toes into the digital world last time by learning about the MCDX 7000A camera series, we will learn today how we can use and configure the camera. The MCDX 7000A supports multiple configuration protocols to allow you to change the video settings or the network configuration. To make these protocols easy to use, we provide you with an application called the NetworkCameraConfigurator. In this video, I will guide you through the process how to download the application from the Motec website, how to configure the firewall so that the application gets access to the cameras in your network, and how to configure your computer's IP address so that the communication and streaming is even possible. Let's dive right into it. To do so, open a web browser of your choice. Navigate to the Motec website. The link to it will be down in the video description. Navigate to Software and select Download. After scrolling all the way down, you will find the Motec Camera Configurator and can download the zip file. Download it to your computer. You can now close the browser, we will no longer need it. Open a file explorer. Navigate to your Downloads folder and open the zip file we just downloaded. We will now extract the content of the zip file to our desktop. To do so, just drag and drop it onto your desktop. We can now open the folder we just created. In here, you can find the Network Camera Configurator executable. Double-click it to launch the application. The first time you launch this application, you will get a warning from your computer. Select More Info and select Run Anyway. The first time the application tries to access the network, you will get a warning from your Windows Defender firewall. We will need to make sure that both checkboxes here are set and say Allow Access. We can immediately see that cameras showed up in your Network Camera Configurator. If this is not the case, we need to check the firewall settings. To do so, open your Windows search bar and type firewall.cpl. Confirm with Enter and the firewall menu will show. Select Allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Select Change Settings, select Allow another app and browse for the file we just created. Select the executable and say Add. In my case, it is already in the list. In your case, it will be added to the list. Navigate to the Network Camera Configurator in your app list. Make sure both checkboxes are set and confirm with OK. We have now started the Network Camera Configurator and made sure it can access the cameras through the firewall. All the cameras shown on the right can now be selected and configured. We will select any of these and try to establish a connection with it. We do so by selecting the ping button. When trying to ping the camera, the program detected that we are not in the same subnet and it suggests we change the adapter settings. We close out of that menu and open the network settings. To do so, open your Windows search bar again and type ncpa.cpl. Confirm with Enter. This is a shortcut to open the Network Management Center. Select the Ethernet network that you want to configure in which the cameras are present. To identify it, you can temporarily unplug the Ethernet connection and plug it back in. The one which changes state is the one that your camera are connected to. Select it, right-click on Properties, select Internet Protocol version 4, select Properties again, and instead of obtaining an IP address automatically, we will use a static configuration. Our IP address depends on what the camera is configured to. Per default, they are configured to be 192.168.0.75. And their default streaming address is 192.168.0.150. We will assign this IP address to us. Clicking in the subnet mask field once will automatically fill it for us. We will leave it as is and confirm with OK. Select Close and Close again to close out of the network settings. We will now try to ping the camera again. We have successfully pinged the camera. Sometimes it might take a few seconds before your network interface recognizes the camera. If your ping is not immediately successful, just wait a few moments. With a successful ping, we can start to connect to one of the cameras by selecting the Connect button. You can see a bunch of commands flying through on the bottom. Those are mainly for debugging purposes, and the user interface is in the upper part of the screen. On the right, we have a live screen. You can resize the window and click on the full screen selection to see the image in full size. We have now the possibility to change network settings and video-related settings by selecting between the different tabs up here in the Network Camera Configurator. But this part is for another video. Thank you for taking the time today, and I hope you will be with me in the next video where we will learn how to use all these functions and how to set actual configurations on our camera.